All right, now we got the video going. Let me just say, you know what I mean, rest in peace to my aunt, Francine. Um, those things is always hard. Been a tough week. But I tell y'all what, you know, it's a Browns day, so I got my Browns gear on or whatever. But I tell y'all what, this page, I don't even come on the TBKC page a lot because I'll play around on here forever, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, you know, and I pretty much stay away from all controversy on the pages and shit. Because really lately, it's nothing but clout chasers. And that's just like that lady, Stacy Criswell or whatever. I've never did nothing but spoke well from what I heard about the woman or whatever, but she comes on the page and she starts, you know, her brother is on the page posting up a bunch of Denzel stuff, which he has the right to do. You know what I mean? Then she comes on there, oh, I've seen a bunch of cold dogs off of Denzel. First of all, like I say, it's two different types of people in this community. Well, a lot of different types of people, actually. But first of all, you had the clout chasers. And those clout chasers are people who, for the most part, they can't stand on their own with a dog to save their fucking lives. So all they do is talk about other people. Now, like, I'm not the one to get into these battles with a lady in the first place, but I will make it very clear. My dude was on the post. What's going on, Cognac? My dude was on the post and he said, you know what I'm saying? Well, what's up with your dogs type of deal? Because she was talking about Denzel. And I've always told y'all Denzel can stand on his own. But when you start talking about Cole, I make this video specifically for young breeders who are getting into this thing or people who don't understand. When they talk about culling, they talking about killing a dog or killing a puppy. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. The most ironic thing ever is to see somebody talk about culling dogs, but then use Dax as a reference. And I'm not gonna be here forever, but I'm gonna get this off because I'm so tired of y'all with y'all dumb shit. First of all, she came on the page and she's just looking for attention. Then she goes and makes other posts, shit that we've been addressed, the shit that we've been caught the dude in a lie when he tried to say that I was sending him Mandela semen instead of Denzel semen, and we had to put up screenshots of me like, dude, give me a call. Both dogs are here. What the fuck are you talking about? All that dumb shit. But I don't even that's why I don't even like to get into it because it's so much negative bullshit. So, you know, but that's the type of person she is. But like I said, the homie put it out there and said, where your dogs at? Oh, I'm not here to talk about my dogs. Well, we put up 1 million Denzel dogs, and that seemed like that. I mean, I have in the past. And Denzel is Denzel. Denzel is worldwide. Denzel has done what he's done. I can keep on. If y'all want me to, I'll post 100 dogs and fuck up the page today on all that Denzel has done. But the thing of it is don't never start talking about dogs that need to be killed, because this is my thing. And that's why I say it's two different types of people. It's those who look for attention. Then it's those who are truly just talking out the side of their head. Now, what I've said to y'all 1 million times about the whole Denzel and Dax thing, and somehow y'all make it into more of a rivalry, maybe because I say Dax ain't shit type of deal, that y'all make it into a rivalry, but it's not a rivalry. And I'm going to break down and I'm going to give y'all true lessons on why it's not any kind of rivalry. First of all, Denzel lineage has never been questioned. Denzel has lived a very long life, 14 years. Denzel has done breedings and didn't die during his breeding. First of all. If we going into this competition shit, first and foremost, living is a part of the competition. So considering that Denzel is pushing up on living 3 times as long as Dax did, that's one thing. It's not a competition. The second part is there are two different styles of dogs. You've got a traditional pocket who was very successful in show, and then you have an extreme dog. You have a dog that's built off of confirmation, and then you have a dog that's built off of conversation. Let's just be real. Because the reality of it, and this is a fact, if you have a Denzel dog, what are you going into the breeding to fix? Denzel has a solid confirmation dog. What are you going to fix? Now, all of y'all who represent this Dax thing and y'all keep talking about Dax, I'm just being real with y'all. I've sat down with some of the best dog people in the world, and we've had discussions on these dogs in particular. How are you building a program? How are you pumping your fist and saying, I rep this, I rep that, I rep this, I rep that, off of a dog that you know has a major health issue and continuously throws heart murmurs and cardiac issues, one of which he died from while having a breeding? Y'all make me understand this. This is y'all foundation? Y'all mad at me because I told the truth. Let's just be real. Y'all slandered me. Y'all slandered my family. Y'all kept going on and on and on. Made up stories. Made up little fake paperwork at times. Changed the pictures to make the dogs look different. Made up all kind of lies. This dog was dead. This was that. Y'all was mad because I told the truth. You remember it, Mr. Garrett, all the times. Oh, yeah, that dog was dead. Oh, remember, Mandela was supposed to be a bulldog, and then all of a sudden Robert Lee came out and said, nah, dog, DNA tested, that's Bistro's son. So then they backed up off of that because they like Robert Lee. So they wanted to back up off that. It's been constant with you bitches forever. And the reality is, y'all wonder why I be coming up missing is because y'all do this over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? My man Pope hit me up the other day. The one dude that y'all roasted his ass, the Keebler dude. He comes back over and over again. Oh, he won't give me my 12. I spent $1,200. I done told y'all 100 times. Yes, he sent money for a stud, which he would have owed me a puppy back for. But then we remember, we screenshotted that. And I hate screenshots because I feel like that's some kind of teenage girl type of thing. But your woman told you to get that money back. Your woman told you to get that money back. To this day, and everybody that I deal with know I say that. If you paid for it, you can send for it. You can come in person. You probably shouldn't come in person because I might do something to you. But you send for it, it's yours. I don't deny people. When their money is there, it's good. We'll get the job done. It might not be in the order that you wanted to be in, but you're going to get something nice. But your woman told you to get the money back. Now, that tells me a lot about you, and there's no disrespect to women, but in my household, ain't no woman body. No, you're not about to tell me I can't breathe and I better go get my money back. And now, after your woman told you this and we got a contract that is no refunds but transferable, you don't want to come and finish your deal because your woman was in your ear telling you, bitch, go get that money. Now you want to bitch and complain all over the computer. Stop it. If you ain't man enough to face her, I promise you ain't man enough to face me. Stop it. You put the same post up for 52 years and you want people to show you all this love. And oh yeah, that's why they roasted your bitch ass and said, dude, what are you trying to get out of this? The man said he would send you the semen. What are you trying to get? You wouldn't do it. This is what I'm telling y'all. I even hate to go down the road because it's so many of these cats that I done roasted in different ways. The guys who, you know what I mean? The one individual, he writes a contract that, you know what I mean? If the bitch don't take, we going to switch it to this other breeding. Now he disappears and his wife is calling every 3 seconds. He's not allowed to buy dogs either. But then everybody claims, you know, they jump on that thing because it's easy to say, oh, I seen a few other people say this and that and the other, so I'm going to jump on it. Let's be realistic, man. Y'all either here for clout chasing or y'all here for, or just here to talk nonsense, but very few of y'all know anything about dogs. The one thing y'all don't see me do, I don't go on the Dax page. I don't go on the ABKC page. I don't go on any of those pages where I know that my opinion of things is not going to be that fluent and people are not going to be that acceptable, because the fact of the matter is that you can't change those people's minds. But I base my shit off of science. You know what I mean? I stood up in the conference at Louisiana State University, the big one. Yeah, I stood up and I asked the question, could you base any foundation off of breeding any animal off of a dog with major health issues and flaws? And the whole freaking auditorium laughed. 70 people laughed at that shit. But y'all telling me all of this shit about Dax. I don't hate a dog, but what I hate is what y'all doing to the breed. Understand this. Stop it with the lies. Stacy, when you come on here and talk about Dax Dax got over 4,500 dogs. He got kicked out of the UKC when he was about 2 years old. All the rest of that shit kept on going, kept on happening. Most of he got kicked out and Ed got banned. Now, why do people get kicked out of registries and why does the owner get banned? Tell the truth. You don't get kicked out and banned for nothing that's up and up. So while we pointing fingers and putting somebody at a high level, let's be realistic. The UKC ain't kicked nobody out for doing the right thing. Trust that and believe that. It wasn't just about the dog didn't fit the standard, because plenty of us have been told that we got to switch our dogs over to American bullies. You motherfuckers come on every post and y'all lie all day and y'all swear that y'all dog people, but y'all pushing and parading a dog that died at 5 years old with heart murmurs, bad hips, and all kind of other issues. What are you talking about? Let's talk dog man shit. You can't build a foundation off of a fucked up dog. Straight stifles, bad hips, bad top line, bad cardio, all of these issues that went along with the dog. And let's not even talk, I'm not going to put certain names out there, but to you Dax breeders that had to put down full litters for issues with the hearts and the lungs, full litters. But we ain't going to talk about that. This is what I'm talking about, because the reason why I talk about these things is because our breed is dying. Now, on the same page, y'all can constantly see what's going on, Larry and Clint. On the same, what's going on, CP? On the same page, y'all can see me show love to people who got incredible dogs. Even people that I think are the most annoying pricks in the fucking world. I still, if they got a badass dog, I say, well, damn, that's a badass dog. On this page, y'all have never seen me talk bad about a conformationally sound, nice dog in any way, shape, or form. It ain't about hate. It's the hatred is the fact that y'all don't want to face the truth, that y'all fucking over the breeding, y'all puppy peddling bad and screwed up dogs. If you got a Dax dog, now let me say this, because I've seen some Dax dogs that I like, but if you got a Dax dog and that dog is good, sound, conformational, strong, all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bobo, I'm telling them they can't see me. I got to go on my Ray Charles shit today because I'm teaching them a lesson. But the truth of the matter is, now this is where the trick comes in, because I see so many people do this Dax Nation. And keep in mind, it's not Denzel versus Dax. I don't even consider that any kind of debate. That's two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell y'all, since the Dax Nation always want to come out, what are y'all representing? And I'm going to tell, and before y'all say, oh, he had this, he had that. If you got a Dax dog that lived past 5 years, don't have breathing issues, and has a good heart, that ain't from Dax blood. If you got a Dax dog with a good top line that moves well with great conformation, that ain't from Dax blood. What you did is you took the brand name of Dax for your promotional purposes, and you used all of the other dogs that you don't want to talk about for your functional purposes. Let's just be real. Because Dax ain't making clean dogs. Dax made high rears, heart murmurs, and a bunch of other issues. So if you is representing all this, I got clean Dax. No, you ain't got clean Dax. You got dogs that cleaned up Dax. Be real with what you talking about, motherfucker. Because I'm going to be real with what I'm talking about. If I'm going to breed King Kamali, I ain't got to use nothing to fix him. I ain't got to use nothing to fix Kamali. I ain't got to use nothing to fix Paco or any of Paco's blood. I ain't got to use nothing to go fix what Oscar Gomez is doing. I ain't got to fix nothing on German Ruger. I ain't never had to go outside of my yard and tell somebody, oh, you got to come and fix this shit. No, you know why? Because they coming to me to fix that shit. You look at their combinations, and what the reason why all of them bum ass bitches that I don't like got Denzel and Mandela and all that shit running through their pedigree is because I was the doctor that they needed to see when that bitch ass dog was dying on them. That's real shit. You ain't never had to go and fix a good dog. Y'all use dogs that's real dogs to fix the bullshit, and then y'all tag a name on it. Dax ain't gave y'all no clean dog, so stop it. Put the video up, somebody. That dog ain't gave you no real clean dogs. That ain't what he did. Ain't no dog that was dying while fucking giving you a healthy dog. Stop it. Stop it. The only thing y'all use Dax for, and God rest his little black ass soul, because I did sort of have a soft spot in my heart for the dog, even though I didn't like, I don't like his productions and all that. I will say I had a soft spot in my heart for the little dog. It was something cute about him, even though he was fucked up. But the truth of the matter is that all y'all use the name Dax for is a brand. And you know why y'all have to use the name Dax for a brand? The same reason why y'all go around the internet looking to talk about everybody else and talk shit about this and try to create drama posts all the time, because you bitches ain't got no dogs where y'all can stand on your own. The same bitches that's talking shit all day long can't stand on your own. I ain't seen you post a picture of your dog, Stacy. You know why you can't post a picture? Don't nobody want to see that shit. You got to talk about somebody who got dogs. The same reason why all these people who make posters, man, go see about them. If you ask them same individuals who making all them posts about me, about this person, about that person, about this person, they even make whole fucking radio stations to talk about other people. Ask them to see their dogs. Ask them about their legacy. Ask them what they produce. And then if they really know so much about dogs, tell them to come on and let's go on a radio show, or let's go live and talk about dogs before I can take them into deep water and drown their ass. Because you have to be a hypocrite to say you love nice dogs and yet and still you gonna use the stamp of a dog that was genetically fucked up and flawed to the point where he couldn't even bust a nut without risking death. But y'all mad at me. That's the truth. Y'all expect us so hard to respect these dogs that can't live, that can't function, that can't move. That's not the era that I'm from. I'm from an era where we had to have dog shows outside in 100-degree weather. I'm from an era where our dogs would still snatch a bitch up. I'm from an era where you could go out running with, trust me, I got an old video, I gotta find it. I had a 25-pound chain on Little Row in 20-degree weather running in the snow with my Timbos on when I was back in Ohio. That's what kind of dog I'm from. And Little Row wasn't even the top of the athletes back then. I'm talking about, I come from a dog where bullies was real bullies. Now y'all want me to respect the motherfuckers that's falling out and dying? Stop it. Y'all can be mad as me all y'all want to. This shit is not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop talking about clean dogs. I'm not gonna stop talking about doing this shit the right way. So whatever y'all trying to do, the thing of it is, man, hey, Will, that might be happening tonight in the whelping box. But you know, and I don't know, they sent me some long thing about the paper, but I tell you about it. They just said they behind or something else, but it's coming. But hopefully we get this shit cleared up. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to right now is, for a fact, y'all are seriously upset. You know what I'm saying? Seriously upset because the motherfucker tell y'all the truth. Y'all will fake a narrative. They literally had a motherfucker take a picture of my dog while he at the vet, like my dog don't go out, and they like, oh, poor dog. So they fucked me up so tough, I had to look at the picture. I'm like, what the poor dog? I done zeroed in on my own dog, like, what the fuck? Dog ain't got no sores on him. The dog sitting in this bitch 95 pounds. I'm like, what the fuck? But that tell you how fast a bitch's mind can be jaded. That's just real truth. That's how fast. Can't nobody come to me and tell me nothing about, Cognac Pope. Can't nobody tell me nothing about Bobo. Can't nobody tell me nothing about BJ Howard. You know why? Because I don't play that bitch shit. Because one thing I've always learned is, if you coming to tell shit, what's your motivation? You got to have some motivation. The same reason why I fell out with people back in the day when I wouldn't talk about people's personal issues on the show. I talk about dogs all day. But that other bullshit drama and that, no, I don't get involved in that because men don't do that. And I expect nothing less from somebody like Stacey Criswell or whatever the fuck her name is, because obviously, you know what I mean, she's Mrs. UKC or whatever the fuck all those papers she had over the top of her thing was. But the truth of the matter is you came to a page fucking with a man who was just appreciating dogs and making lies and trying to tell people that, you know what I mean, Denzel produces a bunch of dogs that should have been called. If they should have been called, I would have killed them. That's just a fact. If it was some messed up dogs in the mix, I would have killed them. I don't have no problem saying that because unlike y'all, I don't promote fucked up dogs. So while y'all always jacking y'all dogs up, twisting their feet, doing all this weird shit to try to make the dog look normal, guess what? I don't do that. I don't got to do that. I can put real videos up of my dogs. Did y'all peep that? I can put a real video up of my dog. That's the truth. Y'all glorifying these dogs that y'all only seen one front shot from, and they can't even turn the bitch to the side. I always tell y'all to go to my dude Bobo's page. Go to Bobo's page. He'll put up videos of his dogs. Y'all ain't even seen them dogs that y'all glorifying. Y'all know they fucked up, but y'all still willing to use them just because y'all clout chasing. Just because y'all give a fuck about what a motherfucker think. That's stupid. I literally told y'all, and I said this in another video, but I'm going to say this again. If I came to y'all, and it's not hate, it's just truth. If I came to y'all and I said, look, I got a stud. Stud got straight stifles. Stud got a high rear. Stud got a terrible top line. Stud got some issues breathing. You know what I mean? Stud, I got the straws, but the stud died at 5 years old trying to fuck. You know what I mean? Offspring has a lot of health issues. Offspring die at a young age most times. You know what I mean? But that's $10,000. Would y'all fuck with me? Who would give me that 10? I don't see nobody clicking the like button wanting to give me that 10 grand. But the simple fact is, all you motherfuckers, if I tell you it's Dax, y'all would line up. Because y'all pumping a brand. Y'all not pumping a line. Y'all pumping a brand. I just gave y'all the truth about a dog. I can't hate a dog. I'm a dog man. I gave y'all the truth about a dog. Y'all pumping a brand. That's it. If you take the name Dax away, y'all always say it was garbage. But because y'all can't stand on your own feet like men and women and y'all need to cling on to somebody else's balls, y'all will go with that name no matter what. But y'all remember, if you start looking through the lineage of great supposedly Dax dogs, how many of them is really living? How many of them is really living? So before y'all come on here with all that bullshit, y'all can't come to me with the dead army. Unless you motherfuckers is on the Game of Thrones or some shit, y'all can't come at me with no dead army. I got 10, 11-year-old dogs over this bitch, won't even die. I'm tired of feeding them. They won't even die. They won't die. But y'all want to come at me with the Game of Thrones, Dax little armies, the frozen motherfuckers throwing. Y'all stop it. Nobody's worried about you motherfuckers. Only place in the world that y'all can get away with this shit is right here. That's it. That's it. The only place in the world y'all can get away with y'all dumbass, crooked feet, hunchback of Notre Dame ass, can't breathe, can't fuck, can't live dogs is right here where Dave Wilson made y'all somebody because y'all can't go nowhere else in the world and do that shit. If you went to the UKC, they'd kick you motherfuckers out. If you went to the AKC, they'd kick you out. Your vet would kick you out. Your mama would kick you out. Everybody would kick you the fuck out for running around here with them little fucked up ass dogs. The damn dog can't even walk down the street and you mad at me. You should be mad at yourself. You should be mad at yourself. Walking around with the dead army, trying to take over the damn empire. Who the hell do you think you are? I hate to tell y'all, but Game of Thrones was just a show. You motherfuckers stuffing dogs and putting them on the tables at dog shows and shit, and y'all think this is cute. Literally. Stuffing dogs and putting them on I had to stuff my dog. If y'all putting them fucking wings on them dogs all the time. I put the wings on. Man, I know dog heaven is tired of you motherfuckers. I know dog heaven is just tired of you son of a bitches. They like, well, damn. Motherfucker, can I get a day off? Are you sending all these little hunchback motherfuckers with their wings up this bitch? And we pray, and we pray, and we pray. Bones Thugs and Harmony need to make a song about you motherfuckers. The Crossroads is loaded. Right now, they need a traffic light at the Crossroads for you little fucked up ass dogs. Y'all dogs can't live. I'm dead serious with you motherfuckers. I take y'all as a joke because y'all dogs can't live. I can whoop any dead motherfucker's ass on the face of the earth. I guarantee you that. Now, I might not be able to whoop everybody's ass, but you give me a corpse, I'll beat the shit out of him. And that's what I'm telling y'all. I would beat the shit out of y'all. Y'all dogs can't walk. Y'all dogs can't breathe. And to be more serious and not make fun of it, y'all fucking up the art. The art y'all don't even understand the art. Because the truth of the matter is, the art of this is to be able to follow those guidelines, to make a dog that fits the standard, to make a dog that is able to live a long time. I was in Colombia, and I always love to talk about Colombia because I was with a legendary dog man, Jack Ireland. You know, Jack Ireland has judged everywhere, man. Super respected in all avenues of the dog world and several other dog men, you know, from around the world. And, I mean, these were older guys who've been in the game for a long time. You know what I mean? And we got to talking about the American Bully. You know, they used to make jokes and be like, hey, Mr. American Bully, because I would run across them at different events. And They actually had a great respect for the American Bully breed. They liked it, they liked the look. But in the conversation, and I'm talking about this, and some of y'all heard me tell this story before, over 200 years of dog judging just in a conversation with these 5 or 6 guys. It was 5 guys. It was 5 guys. Over 200 years of judging and showing between these individuals, man. And the number one thing they said is, you have to understand this. Where can you start a breed at? And so my answer, thinking I was smart, first thing I said, you have to start a breed by following the standard. And they said wrong. All of them, like unanimously said wrong. They said, how are you going to follow a standard if your dogs can't live? And that shit made my mouth sort of like, oh, how can you follow a standard if your dogs can't live? And so, of course, the conversation progresses, and it goes to the fact that the very first thing that you must do if you're going to start a breed is make sure that your dog is going to be healthy. It has to be able to survive the test of time. It has to be a strong animal that can survive. If it can't survive, you don't really have a true chance of making this a real breed that's going to be respected. So, with that being said, one of the realest things ever was that's where I really, really started to look at the Healthy Dogs Matter thing and say, you know what? If we can't put out dogs to the general public that are going to actually live, and Fabian just said something about that himself, it's a product that's eventually going to become extinct, and the rest of the world is going to turn its back on it. It's that simple. No matter how hard y'all want to go, no matter how mad y'all want to get, nobody cares about your gold chains. Nobody cares about your banners, which y'all asked them way back. I was the first one throwing up these big ass banners, and the booths and all that shit. I had a printer and I started this shit for literally in the bully world, and nobody cares though. Nobody cares about your fancy business cards. Nobody cares about the chick in the bikini that's posed behind your dog that's putting her ass out and all that stuff. I mean, nice to look at, but nobody cares on the fact of the dog, becoming a breed and being accepted. If we ever going to be a real breed, which I think 99% of the people who actually breed American bullies right now just don't care about. They don't care about us being a breed. They care about sales, and they care about somebody patting them on the back and telling them they're important. But the actual fact of the matter is if we don't have the ability to be smart enough to not push dogs that are bad for the breed and bad for the health and the long-term abilities of the dog, this breed is going to hell. People think that I have this thing where I want to whoop Dave Wilson's ass and all that shit. It ain't really that. You know what I mean? I think Dave is a sellout, and I've told him that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing I tell y'all. I told him, flat out to his motherfucking face. Use a sellout. You know what I mean? Because when this American bully shit started, you had a group of men. Seriously. You know what I mean? And we didn't make nothing. We got nothing out of this. We got nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, literally right now, that shit, I mean, I could be, maybe I'm somewhat more emotional coming, off a funeral and all that shit, but it really is heartbreaking to think of what we had and how it ended up, because you had dudes who were so close and we traveled together and we was all on the same mission. Wasn't nobody caring about money. We was losing money left and right. Y'all know how much it costs to travel with a dog, man. I mean, literally most of us was hitting the airlines because that's when you could fly. Man, that shit was fly your dog this way, fly your dog that way. You're going to spend $800 to $1,000 flying around. Then you got hotel rooms, eat this. And we was doing this shit a couple times a month. Sometimes every weekend in a month, just trying to spread the breed. That's how Atomic Dog got going. Atomic Dog wasn't a thing to do nothing else besides actually promote the breed originally. And we was all what was friends until money get involved. And then just like everything else, when you start seeing money get involved, you start seeing the ugliness of some people. But it's sad as fuck, Like I said, I got a little soft spot for Dak. I got a little soft spot for Dave's old punk ass. Because once upon a time, we was friends and we was doing something that meant something. All this shit that motherfuckers see around the world right now going on, it was a group. It really the elite edge was the ones we put the shit on the map. But you got to give Gotti Line their credit. You got to give Larry Durant from Blue Nation his credit also, as they was doing their thing on the West Coast. We just organized it and took it to the world, man. But when we was doing this shit, it wasn't no American Bully in Europe. It wasn't no American Bully in Europe. Real talk. What's going on, Westbrook? That's my dude. You know, it wasn't no American Bully in Asia. Marco Suarez was really the first one to start pushing them dogs to Thailand real tough. But it wasn't no American Bullies nowhere but right here. The name American Bully didn't really even start catching on until like 04, 05. And that's when we really start marketing it. Dave tried to trademark the name American Bully, but you can't trademark anything that has the name American in it. You're not going to do it. So even when he tell y'all right now that the name American Bully is trademark, it's not. You can't. It's hard as hell to trademark shit to say American in it. You know, you're not. That's the country, yeah, man. But you know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is that, man, nobody knew about the American Bully. It wasn't no American Bullies, but nowhere but here. And you had a small ass group of individuals. I remember we met at a bar up in Virginia, out there by Dave's spot. Rich and the Gotti Line crew flew out. The little ass model chick Gloria Velez was there. It was a wild night, man. Shit ended in a fight, but we all was coming together, and that was like the big kickoff of saying that the American Bully was about to go. We was all coming together to push this breed. We was gonna start having these shows. It's Byron. Byron had the dogs that Lil Bow Wow used for his covers, but we had a whole crew of people out there, and we came together, and these dogs were still called pit bulls at the time. That's why if you look at a lot of the things, I think Pratt still called himself pit bulls. Eddie from Blue Line still say pits. Nobody was using the term American Bully. So what y'all see around the world with all this American Bully everything, man, we started that shit. That shit started at a meeting, you know what I'm saying, right at Dave's house in Spotsylvania, you know? And at that point in time, everybody started going in their pockets, or, you know, in my case, my Crown Royal bags, and we started dropping them bands, and it was like, we gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? Start making the first big shows happen, start promoting it. At that time, it was MSNBC. And MSNBC, not MSNBC, MSN boards. Everything was on MSN boards, and it was starting to get over to MySpace a little bit. But, you know, we pushed this shit, you know? So that's why sometimes I be so aggressive on how I be, because in closed conversations, Oscar Gomez would sound the same way that I do. Oscar just don't talk. Oscar just so cool. You know, homie, it's fucked up. And it's that's about all you gonna get out of homie. You know, homie, I ain't fucking with him no more, man. It's fucked up. They fucked up the breed, man. What we work for. That's Oscar. He's just so smooth, you know, and quiet. But everybody sort of feel the same. You know, let me not say everybody, but most of the cats feel the same way. We work for something to really have a respectable breed, and this shit that's going on out here is not. You know, y'all think because y'all can gang up and y'all can try all y'all little shit, and y'all think, I've never been the one to bow down to public pressure. You know what I mean? I've always been the one. That's why they call me Rick James, because I've always been the one to say fuck you in a cold-blooded manner. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. I'm gonna say what's right. I ain't perfect myself, but at the end of the day, I ain't never tried to fuck over this breed. I've always cared about the breed. And the thing of it is if you on this page, or you think you're going to come on this page, you don't have to like my dogs. Trust and believe, you don't give a fuck. You don't have to like my dogs. But the one thing that you're going to always run into trouble with here is if you bring a deformed, fucked up dog, they going to jump on it, because most people who come to this page is all about trying to do something better. So if you think that you can just bully your way and talk shit and, oh, let me put it out to the people, and that just show your weakness. Real talk. That just show your weakness. You remind me of the motherfucker who get punched in the mouth in the hood and be like, I'm going to get my cousin, instead of swinging back. You can go get all the motherfuckers, and I'm going to tell them the same thing. Fuck you. Because as long as I'm around, and as long as I'm talking about the American Bully breed, I'm going to push for the best. I give all my homies Mr. Royale. I give all my homies who really act like they give a fuck about this breed. And when I say act like, I'm not saying that in a negative way. Them brothers do. You know, my man Pope, the Will Williams, all these cats who really serious about these dogs. I show them the most love and I push them out there. The reason why I show love, I don't even like, and I don't have no problem saying this. I don't even like Fernando, because Fernando is one of the biggest pricks in the world. He got money and he feel like he can treat everybody like shit. That's why Ruger got about 3 litters. But at the end of the day, Ruger is one of the best dogs I ever seen. I don't have no problem giving a man credit even when I don't like him. It's not that about me. I've promoted other people's dogs. I've pushed other people's dogs. It's all about the breed. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even have 3 favorite studs right now. And it's not oh shit! I know I like Bobo's. Damn, I forget his name. That big blue assassin that Bobo got up there. But it's a few dogs that I like, man. But it's hard. It's hard going right now. You know, I've been so focused on fixing shit, I haven't even been paying attention to. But I tell you, you know, some of them bulldogs that they posting up, them are not my favorite studs. I'll tell you that much. But I'm lost on I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm lost on the young studs right now. I'm lost on them because I've sort of just stayed away and tried to focus and talk to people about how to fix all these problems in the community. And when I finally do come back the right way. But, you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of the studs that I would probably like would probably not be the favorite studs out there right now, you know, because the shit I like is clean. You know what I mean? What's going on, Mark? You know, the stuff I like is clean. Uh-oh, it's a tyrant knocking at the door. What do you want? I'll be out in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's a little tyrant knocking at the door. She about the business. But, you know, man, I would have to look through because right now it's slipping my mind because I'm still stuck on old school dogs. But, you know, the one thing I say is if you ask me my top 3 studs out there right now, I do like Waffle House. I do like Waffle House. I think Waffle House not only carries the look, but I think Waffle House is producing, you know. And you know what I mean? And I don't even like his owner. His owner is one of the biggest bitches in the game. I think, well, if Tone Roden is his owner, if Tone Roden ain't his owner, then I take that back. But I thought Tone had something to do with him. So, but if it ain't Tone Roden's dog, then I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I like Waffle House a lot, man. Everything I see off that dog, I really like. You know, he's producing at a level that is consistent and to the look. Like, so, yeah, I haven't seen them. Maybe y'all seen something different, but I really do like Waffle House. If we talking about current studs doing it, he would do it. What do I think of Rocco? I think Rocco is a joke, honestly. I think Rocco is bad for the breed. Rocco falls in the line, not quite as bad, but he falls in the line with Dax. He's got a high rear. He's got a kink. If you take Rocco's head and you put ears on it, he's an American Bulldog. He's got bad temperament. He's very, very hanging his head when he goes around the ring, and he's a scary acting dog. And with all that being said, if he wasn't being called an American bully, I think he's got a cool look. He looks good. They always keep him in good condition as far as he's a big, robust dog, but he's not an American bully. He's an American Bulldog with his ears cropped. And he has some issues. And with me being a judge, I could never pick a dog with a high rear, especially not a kink tail. To me, a kink tail is still a DQ. I don't know what the ABKC is doing over there, but how can you have a champion or grand champion with a kink tail? Rocco also has the issue that he's throwing a lot of severe flaws, and the guy exposed him with the testing and all that he has those attributes to throw him. But, you know, several people have let it in on me that, you know, he's throwing some horrific flaws, you know, and he does it at a high rate. And for whatever reason, the dogs that he's producing continuously looks more and more like English Bulldogs, and it's some DNA questions with that, you know, and not because they look like English Bulldog mixes or whatever, but it is what it is. You know what? Shamrock's not perfect, but I like Shamrock. I think Shamrock has the appropriate look. He's not perfect. There's some things that could clean up on him. And I've seen some dogs off of Shamrock that I like. So I think if you breed Shamrock to more towards the edge side of his family or whatever, I think you can do some nice things with Shamrock. He definitely has a look, good looking dog. Like I say, not perfect conformationally, but he is a strong, strong enough that he gets a passing grade. Yeah, I like Big Shamrock, man, as far as his look and overall. I think that look is more representative of the American Bully than what Rocco is. He has a real American Bully look. He has the cheeks. He doesn't have that total round head. That total round head, that's like the biggest difference between well, the biggest difference with the American Bully is supposed to have cheeks. The American Bully, think about this. When you look for the American Bully logo, like the silhouettes, what do you see? You see the ear crop, right? And it drops down. Then you see a flare out of the cheeks. As Dave used to call it, it was supposed to look like they had, golf balls in their cheeks. It gives it a cheeky appearance. It's a more advanced appearance than the UKC Pit Bull would have, where they have that little cheek look, but ours is more of a bigger look. Whereas when you look at Rocco, if you put ears on it, it looks exactly like an American Bulldog's head. It's very round. He has round eyes. The features of him are not the indentations of the cheeks and the flaring of the cheeks. That's a big issue because, for instance, what's going on, Tiff? Love you. Now, this is the instance that I'll put it to you like this. Okay, I deal with Dobermans and I deal with Rottweilers. If you bring me a Doberman that has big cheeks, that's not the proper head. If you bring me a Rottweiler whose head is too narrow, that's not the proper head. If you bring me a Rottweiler whose forehead is too far protruding, that's not the proper head. That is the head of something else. This is the way the American Bully is supposed to be. The American Bully is still supposed to resemble a pit bull on steroids. People forget that, and the ABKC violated its own rules when it said that. But when we wrote the standards up, it was pit bull on steroids. If you listen to the old videos, even the great Dave Wilson says that. The characteristic of any breed is defined by its face. If the face of a dog looks like another breed, then he's disqualified. This is the problem. This is a problem. What's going on? What's going on? What was that? Manuel, what's going on? But the disqualification by lack, people always talk about lack of breed type. What about the lack of breed type that says that you don't look like your own fucking breed? They've put this term lack of breed type strictly on size. No, lack of breed type can be very much so that you're oversized. Lack of breed type definitely can be that your head is not what it's supposed to be in the breed. Right now in the American Bully breed, they have literally allowed straight bulldog heads to be shown in the ring. That is idiotic, because me as a judge, how can I go in the ring and judge one dog that looks like an American Bulldog, one that looks like an oldie, and one that looks like the traditional American Bully, but I'm supposed to judge them appropriately across the board? That's impossible. You put your judge in quite a conundrum, but yeah, hey, Ellis Herring, go get a couple pictures of an American Bulldog, right? And then somebody did it before, but they put the picture of Rocco next to an American Bully. But they cold because they put ears on Rocco and everything. But it looked like the same dog. He's a bulldog. He's definitely a bulldog. I mean, even going back to his grandmother, what's her name, Madness. He has bulldog in him. She has shown as an exotic. You know what I mean? And they don't lie about the fact that, yeah, she got something in her. So how can she have something in her without him having it? That's that bulldog stuff showing up. But it makes it impossible when we allow these dogs to have totally different looks and show against each other. Now it becomes a thing of who's kissing the most ass and who's got the most friends that they're going to let win. And I'm not saying every single show is like that, but to be honest with you, when you see situations like Rocco's situation where they literally made this guy, what's going on, Brian? They literally made this guy a national champion overseas. How could you have a national champion winner with a high rear and a kink tail? Even if we take away from the fact of the head, that's that setup shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they want to crop a bulldog's ears neither, but this is something that's new. I mean, this is why when people are doing that embark test, what are they getting back? A lot of them are getting back tons of bulldog. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, now it's bulldog on super steroids, But it is what it is, man. I just wanted to go ahead and go on a rant for a second because sometimes people be lame and they think that I forget, you know, what I'm talking about up here. And I can damn sure embarrass a lot of y'all who out there perpetrating like y'all really know what y'all talking about. And y'all ain't nothing but ABKC, and other people's dick riders because y'all can't stand on your own. See, hey, dude, I'm coming. My baby mad at me. Daddy's girl. She don't want nobody in the house. But I tell you what, you know, it's one of those things that we have to be able to stand on dogs. If we can't stand on dogs, it's over. But hey, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here before this girl kill everybody in the house, man. It's great to have a little tyrant, and probably everybody stressed in the house. But hey, before I go, let me just say rest in peace to my Aunt Francine, original OG, one of the only women I ever seen knock a grown man out. You know, she gonna be missed, man. Much love to the great Frank White. You know what I mean? It's another Rocco. I'm talking about the Rocco, the chocolate Rocco out in the Midwest. I don't know about another Rocco. I haven't. Which Samson? I haven't seen Samson. You know what, y'all? Let me see. I think I'm gonna jump back on. I'm gonna do some research and see which Samson you talking about, and jump on here because it's about 9 million Samsons. The Samson I know is dead, but unless you talking about Denzel's son, Samson. But yo, until next time, y'all, man. Much love. We're gonna be a lot more organized. We're gonna get some of these shows going where I ain't cussing, so we can put them on the regular page. But thank y'all for all the rest in pieces, man. Y'all enjoy y'all families. And prayers to Louisiana and anybody who's getting affected by that hella storm coming through. Seems like it's one every year. But until next time, y'all, much love. God bless.